Now, the biggest super match the Montana Armbender has ever brought to the Big Sky State. Featuring a foreign threat from Latvia, a four-time European, two-time WAF world champion, 30 years old, 6'4", 244 pounds, Sandris Panzer Šedis!
Broke down and need a tow? Call Benski Towing and Recovery to come and grab you and your vehicle. Located in Great Falls and with over 30 years experience, they have the equipment and the know-how to tackle even the biggest jobs. Their sister company Westgate Repair can get you back on the road in no time. So tow with the pros.
Standing across the table from Sandris is the defending champion, RVJ, also known as the Natty Daddy. He defeated Montana's best, Ben Brooks, right here last year. He's back all the way from Massachusetts at 43 years old, 6'2", 230 pounds. He's big. He's bad. The reigning all-natural heavyweight arm wrestling champion of the world, Rob Fidget Jr.
Pomp's Tire Service, family owned and operated for over 80 years, providing commercial tires and fleet maintenance, tires for cars and light trucks. Pomp's Tire Service, dedicated to providing quality, dependable, timely automotive repair. PompsTire.com.
All right, we got the money girl coming up with $500 to start out this match. $500 on the table. 500. Oh, okay, what do we got? 200. 200 from M&D Construction. Thank you. That puts us at 700. Another 100 from Dan Grosslock. That puts us at 800. Thank you, Dan. Tires putting another 100 on the table. 900. MRTE, Joe Horner, thank you. 1,100. Another 400. $1,500. All right. $1,000 from the Halftime Sports Bar and Casino. John Enot throwing down $1,000. $2,500. These guys came a long way. This is going to be a big match. One last thing, something never done in arm wrestling. They're both going to get a challenge. We don't want them to feel like they had any bad calls. They have a challenge. They throw one of these on the table if they disagree, and we're going to check the replay. They get one challenge each. If they win it, it keeps going. There's your guys' challenge beanies. $500 more. $3,000 on the table. $3,000. Wow. Thank you, sponsors. Uh-oh, here we go. $400 more. $3,400. That's the biggest match of the night. $3,400 on the line. Woo! Uh-oh. Another, the torque wrench, Logan Anderson's going to make it an even $3,500. Thank you, Logan Anderson. All right, $3,500 on the table and the all-natural championship of the world on the line.
Welcome back.
Wow.
Man, I got goosebumps with this match coming up. I got to say, RVJ is looking huge. Sandris is looking stacked as always.
Man, it doesn't get much better than this, especially here in Montana. Like, the amount of money on the table. Wow.
Wow.
We don't even have time to talk.
Yeah.
Sandris with an insane top roll. He's just that good. It is insane. Rob looks like he understands what happened, is going to maybe try and make a few adjustments, but looking at this replay, back and over, textbook top roll, how the Europeans like to do it, and Sandris is one step closer. For those that don't know, this is a first to 4 match, unlike the other matches, not a best of 5. So RVJ is still with a lot of time to kind of bring things back, make an adjustment, but Sandris, as usual, looking very, very strong.
Going into the second round here, let's see if we can get a slip, maybe go to the strap. Curious to see if RVJ maybe has some adjustments he can make.
Ooh,
yeah, there we go.
RVJ with a decent adjustment there. He get into the strap, talks a little bit of smack. Sanders says, all right, let's go. I am up for it. We have 599 people watching, 600 of you live. We appreciate all of the views, guys. This is awesome. You can see us here in the commentary booth having a good time. This is the main event, all natural championship, MABC. Let's get excited for this, guys. This is phenomenal. And strap being applied right now. Let's see what we can learn from this strap placement.
RVJ getting a lot of support here online, a lot of people rooting for him. I also am too. I feel like he's the underdog in this situation, but has all the tools necessary to pull out a victory here. Let's see if he can do it.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, a lot of people have said Sanders is going to win this, but you can't count Rob out. He's been there, he's had the battles, and he looks big today, guys. Like, he looks like a unit. We will see what he does with that in the strap. Keith getting them centered. Oh, Sanders looking like he's doing what he wants. Letting Rob work, getting over top, not getting the finish. Second surge, gets the pin. Very nice.
2-0. There's still time. It's close.
Sandris looks very comfortable there as he was just holding and surging. But you know what? I got to give it to RVJ. It looks like maybe he had a lane there. Looked like maybe he was committing to a hook. I do know earlier talking with him, he said there was a little bit of injuries in his elbow that was a concern for him, maybe going deep into that hook and just setting it. So I don't know if maybe that was the reason that kept him from really committing there to maybe trying to carve in and really set that. But
yeah. I mean, we'll have to see. Very interesting. I noticed RVJ looked back at his corner, gave the sign that I'm right there. It's close. We will see what's going on.
Round super match. You need 4 rounds to win. Sanders is up 2-0.
I personally think that Sanders was just letting RVJ work a lot there. But with that being said, I could be incorrect. I think Sanders is still in full control of this match.
yeah, he definitely seemed very comfortable there. Let's see what happens in this next round. I imagine it'll go to a slip.
Early start on Sanders. What's the call there?
Position there on the quick start.
I would love to see Rob just set that hook and just go for it at this point. Let's see if he'll do it.
I think we just need to see Rob really like getting intense and getting in there. But Sanders in full control right now, no doubt about it. Not really moving from center. Letting Rob work. Does go for a top roll though, but he managed to get it very easily.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible, that transition there from the hook right into a top roll. You know, a question I have for you, Dakota, is Sandris wins this, who's next?
Oh man, well I mean Sandris just pulled Rustum, and Rustum set the hook and got a win. It's very tough to say who's next for Sandris. There's a lot of great events coming up all over the world, and I know Sandris is one of them guys who just goes over and competes anywhere. That's why he's here today, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see what he decides. But them Europeans, they're really good at picking what they want, setting their goal, and completing it. You see Voice of Arm Wrestling in the comments. Coach Ray, one of them guys. I'm sure he was very interested in the John Terrian match. John Terrian's got Craig Tullier next, and then see what happens from there. But jumping into round number 4 of this match, guys, getting up there to the table. Let's see if anything changes in this setup. so far, I'd say Sandris just having his way, doing what he wants to do. I'm curious if he's going to let RVJ work at all. RVJ gets set, but again, Sandris isn't moving far off the center. And yeah, very, very dominant performance from Sandris thus far. Let's see if Rob does anything. Gets a bit of wrap on the hand. Rob doing the right things, but I just don't think it's enough. Rob getting more of a wrap on that, but again, Sandris is working it, really doing. Oh, did Sandris give too much? No, he did not. Nice search from Sandris. Very, very impressive win. Absolutely no doubts left there. 4-0, very dominant. And 3,500, was it?
$3,500, yep.
3,500 US.
Up for grabs. Looking like it's going to go the way of Sandris. Yep. Incredible.
Wow. Yep.
You know, this was for the all-natural world title. The big question I have is, who's going to step up and say, hey, I'm all natural, I am top level, I want to challenge Sandris? I'm curious to see who comes up with that.
Very interesting, because, I mean, Sandris is as good as it gets, man.
Where people age out, and I'm like a car with 200,000 miles. Just trying to find my lane. I think Sandris is a gentleman. I didn't come in at my best, but it's not a bad thing losing to a guy with his resume. Yeah. Montana, you guys are the fucking balls. Thank you for your hospitality. And I like what you stand for. I'd like to show that sports can be at a top level without drugs, and you can also respect each other. You don't need animosity to create a good show. Maybe I can come back next year in a better form and run it again. I love you guys.
Thank you, RVJ. Thank you. All right, we are about to present the trophy to the new reigning all-natural heavyweight arm wrestling champion of the world, Sandris Šedis. Brian Johnson is going to present the trophy. Brian made this trophy. Brian Johnson made this 406 heavy medals. Have you ever had a medallion that big, Sandris?
That's some heavy stuff right here.
Sandris, that was spectacular. Montana got to see how strong RVJ is last year. And man, you looked even stronger on the table today. What do you have to say about your preparation, your training, beating one of the best in the world in a drug-tested event?
I mean, winning always feels great, and this one didn't feel less special. My prep went pretty well. I just tried to stay healthy, didn't do any crazy lifts, just gradually worked myself to this spot, and very glad that it worked out. And yeah, RVJ, super strong, and hopefully gonna meet you next year again.
Let's hear it for Sandris Šedis, the new all-natural heavyweight arm wrestling champion of the world.
Also want to thank the crowd that everyone's here. You guys were amazing. The place is packed. This is all for you guys, so thank you.